Okay, we're now moving on from this story to a report coming into us from the border, where as the border standoff between India and China continues in the Union Territory of Ladakh, the central government has sanctioned 7 new battalions in an operational border base with a strength of 9,400 personnel. This is for the ITBP, or the Indo-Tibetan Border Force. Currently, the ITBP guards the 3,488-kilometer long LAC. This is on India's eastern border. The proposal was cleared at a cabinet meeting chaired by the Prime Minister. The fresh manpower will be utilized for guarding 47 new border posts at the LAC frontier. This big development, remember, comes months after a violent face-off took place between Indian and Chinese troops in Arunachal Pradesh's Tawang in December, just this last year. That had left 35 Indian soldiers and 40 from the Chinese side injured. Now, I'm going to have a reporter join us in just a second for more details. But until we do, we're going to attempt to bring you more details about what this new move means for India. It's also important to note that apart from making the big move when it comes to the ITBP, the Indian government has also decided to increase its investment in the border areas, particularly when it comes to the infrastructure that they're going to be building. I'll be bringing you more details about it in just a second from now. And as we do, we'll also await as my colleague Arunima joins us to bring us more details on all of these developments. Let's go over to Arunima right now to understand more about these developments and about the country's decision. Arunima, thank you so much for joining us. Arunima, the ITBP, obviously the first line of defense on the Chinese border. Could you tell us more about what this move will mean? Will it also give the ITBP, which I know usually has 100% deployment most of the year, the luxury to afford some rest?
Not really. You know what happened, especially in Arunachal Pradesh. If you see the way the LAC runs, it runs from Tabang all the way to Dibang Valley and then further on the Myanmar border. So between Tabang and Dibang, there are a number of areas which are uninhabited. Nobody lives there, but those are territories that needs to be patrolled. And it's a huge distance that the patrol party has to cover without any opportunity. There are no BOPs there. There are no resting or halting point there for them to really, stop to catch a breath. So these additional BOPs that were constructed, they were halting sites and BOPs which were constructed. The approval came a few years ago. But then there was a shortage of manpower that was felt. You've constructed BOPs, but where is the manpower to maintain this? So this raising of the new battalions and the sectoral headquarters actually solves that problem. It's a long-awaited demand of ITBP, and now ITBP personnel feel that they will be able to patrol the LAC along Arunachal border much better. There is also this decision taken about vibrant villages, which means that in border areas, you encourage villagers to come, you create infrastructure for them, and you also encourage tourists to come there so that there is a source of livelihood for the vibrant village residents. So if you have villagers living there, if you have more patrolling, the idea is that the salami slicing, as it is often called, where the claim line between India and China, often disputed, keeps getting pushed inward. That's the charge. These steps could be, the thinking could be that these steps could be a counter to that strategy from across our neighbor.
Okay. All right.